Alright, here's some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 gameplay. This is Team Deathmatch 10v10 on Cheshire Park. This match I'm gonna snipe. So it's still pretty early in the match. And I'm playing as the Coalition faction. So I'm on this side of the map. Opposite the pub. There's my first kill, killing the player in the pub. This is my second kill. Getting that player behind that first player whom I killed. And I see another player behind the pub counter. That's 3 in a row. There's number 4. That player knew I was here, probably going for revenge, but they didn't get it. I like this map. It's your typical 3-lane map, but for each lane there's like ins and outs. There's 5 in a row. Definitely the Allegiance side starts on the disadvantageous side of the map, because that garden or whatever is like, it's really easy for other players, the other team, to sneak up there. And my streak is gone. I mean, credit to the player who called in that airstrike. That was a good placement. 3 kills. And I lose my kill streak, as you can see. But we're up by 13. And at this point, I decide I'm going to snipe from the ground level of this building, just to throw off the other team. They see me shoot multiple times from the top. There's a follow-up shot. Kill number 6. But it's good to mix up the opponent's eye level, kind of like when you're playing baseball. If you're pitching, I mean, I've never really played real baseball competitively, but in video games, you want to like mix up the height or the altitude of your pitches, just to throw off the other team. And I see that player just through that sliver in that shutter or plank, and I got that kill. And my teammate's doing pretty well with the suppressed assault rifle. I don't know what it is. I can't recognize the sound. Oh, and there's my first gun death. Yeah, they just shot through that little sliver. Gotta give credit where credit's due. It's a good shot. So I'm gonna set up again here on the ground floor of this little shop here. That player is just way too exposed for me. There's a player above me, but my teammate gets the kill. Good job. And there's another kill. And another one. And a third one. Gives me credit for a double kill, but for all intents and purposes, that's a triple kill. I think that's another 5-kill streak. Okay, that's a 5-kill streak. We're up by 31. This is pretty risky. Ooh. Mounted kill. No zoomed in. Wasn't exactly a no scope, but it was a no zoom. Or minimal zoom. been a minute since my previous kill. There we go. I ducked reload at just the right time. There's a rare miss. Another one. I get a hit, but not a kill. Get his teammate. There we go. I'm down to 2 rounds. Got a Harrier. I call it in. And then I've got ammo box. Double kill with my Harrier, and then I get wiped out. That player somehow managed to cover the distance of that side of the map and got me, but thankfully my Harrier got me the chopper gunner. I call it in. Not the first that my team's called in. A teammate of mine had gotten a chopper gunner earlier in the match, and I try to get the final kill. Just as my missile goes in, my teammate ends the match. That was some good sniping. Wasn't flawless. I did miss a few shots, and I did get killed a couple of times. But 20-3, I'm happy with that. My teammate at the top of the scoreboard, 33-9. But yeah, good sniping. And I'm happy with that